Hi, everybody, and welcome to Ophelia's Gems. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sophia. I'm a senior at South Eugene High School and an OP girl. Tonight, I'm thrilled to be your host for this virtual fundraising event. The team at OP wishes we could all be in the same room together, but like last year, your safety, our team's safety, and the safety of the youth who use OP means everything to us. So while you're going to see this pre-recorded presentation, just know we're also hanging out in the chat live. Go ahead and say hi. Verna and Hadi, that's your cue. Thank you to Hadi, Verna, and the rest of the OP team, for despite the challenges of the last 18 months, Ophelia's Place continues to help girls ages 10 to 18 prepare for emotionally healthy lives. Its prevention-based support helps girls to enhance their emotional health, manage life's challenges, and learn about themselves, their strengths, and just how empowered they are. OP does that through after and out-of-school workshops and activities, school girl empowerment groups, presentations to students, and strength-based therapy. All of these services are offered virtually, like tonight's presentation, and when it's safe to do so, those services will also be available in person. We have a lot of fun in store for tonight. We're going to hear from a former OP girl about how her experiences at Ophelia's Place helped empower and shape her into the person she is today. We're going to hear where Ophelia's Place has been during the last year and where it's headed. A hint, we're going far and wide. And we'll have the opportunity to honor University of Oregon basketball legend Bev Smith, whose impacts on youth her entire career and today through kids sports makes her this year's recipient of the Rosaria P. Hogland Award. We're also keeping tonight's presentation short and sweet. We're all watching our screen times these days, right? But we're hoping that by the end you'll feel inspired, educated, and empowered to support girls throughout Oregon. Let's dive in and get started. First up, I'd like to introduce you to Claudia Leontos, President of the Ophelia's Place Board of Directors. Claudia, you're up.
Hi everyone, I'm Claudia Leontos, Board President of Ophelia's Place. On behalf of the entire OP Board, thank you for joining us on this fun night. Ophelia's Gems event is one of the most important fundraisers for OP, and we are thrilled that you are here with us tonight. I encourage you to learn, be inspired, and understand that you play an important role in supporting girls in the community. I would also like to say thank you to our generous sponsors, including our presenting sponsor, 44 Wealth Management. Thanks to the generosity of our sponsors, 100% of the donations received tonight at GEMS will go directly to our programs and services. Remember that your contribution makes a difference. You can support Ophelia's Place by going online and donating at opheliasplace.net/donate, or on your phone by texting the word GEMS, to 366-283. We'll be doing our best to thank donors live on screen and in the chat. A little more about that later. For now, back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Claudia, and thank you again to all of our incredible sponsors and donors tonight. One of the things I'm incredibly excited about is that I'm recording this directly inside Ophelia's Place. Some of you may have had the opportunity to visit and take a tour before the pandemic began, but some of you haven't. Like many other girls during 2020 and 2021, I learned about OP after COVID first began, so this is actually one of the first times I've physically been in the Eugene location. I'm standing in the heart of our Eugene location, Rosaria's room. It's the main space where girl-identified youth join us for after-school workshops and activities. Girls can hang out, talk with peers about whatever's on their mind, play games, do homework, do crafts, and so much more. The space is surrounded by staff offices so that if a girl needs a resource or has a question, she has access to staff who work with youth and are trauma-informed. Girls can get support for just about anything, from how to deal with the stress of the day, to talk about a friendship, to body image issues. It's their space. It's my space to connect, build friendships, feel supported and heard, and to feel empowered. Next up, I'd like to introduce you to Morgan. She spent many days right here in this room when she was in middle school and high school. Morgan was an OP girl, and today she's an engineer at Thermo Fisher Scientific. And frankly, Morgan will always be an OP girl.
Ophelia's Place is a safe haven. Ophelia's Place is a place of creativity and compassion. Hi, my name is Morgan. I am a software test engineer for Thermo Fisher Scientific. I work on flow cytometers, and I check for things to make sure that everything is working properly. I love it. I'm 25 years old. I am a woman who walks in the door every day with her head held high, ready to take on the world and the challenges of today, tomorrow, and what's going to come up next. And I can't imagine what life would have been like without Ophelia's Place. When I was a kid, I was a nerdy, shy girl. I loved books. I loved reading. I loved everything about fantasy, superheroes, make-believe, anything that was kind of escaping my own reality and just boring day-to-day life. When I was in 8th grade, I went through a little bit of a time in foster care, and the school counselor had recommended to my foster mother at the time, hey, she should go check out Ophelia's Place. They might have some cool resources for her, and it's a nice hangout for while my foster mom was working. It was amazing. It was the best resource I really needed at that time when I was 13 and struggling with a family kind of breaking apart and not really sure where I belonged in the world. There were plenty of girls who were interested in things that I wanted to do. It gave me a safe hangout spot. There were snacks. There were people to talk to. It was just an all-around good time after a stressful day or just to get away from what was going on in the outside world for me. I started to reach out more into their Women's Advisory Council for Youth and become one of the members. And that really gave me a huge leg up on how to be an activist, a leader, and an outspoken woman in my community, which I attribute a lot to my success in my daily life now. I think it's been great so far what they've been doing to offer more support, more resources to all of the girls in the community. Just, it fills my heart with joy. Seeing Ophelia's Place grow, I feel like it's a chance at its own women's revolution that is just gonna create cultivating more and more women who are strong and empowered and make the world better. If it weren't for OP, I never would have become a scientist. I never would be where I'm at today, working in an industry that I love. It has made me into a stronger, confident woman, willing to speak her mind, willing to stand up for what's right, willing to do the things that I need to do and not back down. I feel confident and strong, and I stand proud every day, and it's all thanks to Ophelia's Place.
This room is called the Chill Out Room, where girls can settle into some quiet time with a book, some homework, or calming activities. It's nice to take a break from a busy day, right? Behind the Chill Out Room is a hallway of therapy offices. At Ophelia's Place, girls have access to individual therapy, family therapy, or group therapy at no cost or on a sliding scale. That means no girl gets turned away based on income. Instead, they can meet with a highly trained OP therapist for some of the tougher parts of growing up, from dealing with anxiety and depression to disordered eating and more. During the 2019-2020 year, OP provided more than 2,000 individual therapy sessions and more than 35 therapy groups. And at Ophelia's Place, girl is defined as gender-expansive youth. That means OP is for cis girls, trans girls, non-binary youth, gender non-conforming youth, gender-queer youth, and girl-identifying youth. So whether girls want to hang out in a quiet space or be a part of OP's growing therapy groups, there's a place for them. OP is their space, but girls definitely don't live in a vacuum. That's why Ophelia's Place provides in-school classroom presentations to all youth and educators, trainings for youth-serving organizations, and support and resources for parents. During the 2019-2020 year, Ophelia's Place completed more than 450 classroom presentations. Ophelia's Place recognizes that it takes a holistic approach for girls to thrive and grow into the greatest, empowered versions of themselves. Their peers and the adults in their lives play an important role in that development. The Rosaria P. Hogland Award is designed to recognize those community members that have shown an invaluable impact on the lives of youth. I'm excited to share that University of Oregon basketball legend Bev Smith is this year's Rosaria P. Hogland Award recipient. Her entire career has been spent making a positive impact on girls and young women. I'm a fan of Bev myself because since I started playing basketball in the first grade, she's been a coach and role model for me, as well as an advocate for the success of girls in athletics. So when I was asked to present the award to her myself, of course I said yes. Check out our visit. Hi everyone, we are currently in the kids sports gym at Civic Park with Bev Smith. Bev, we are so thrilled to be presenting you with the Rosaria P. Hogland Award. Can you tell us what this award means to you and why it's so special?
Pretty special, thank you. It just means a lot to me. I know Rosaria a little bit, know what she's done in her life, not just as a business person, but certainly with the philanthropy that she's done. And I really feel like she's been inspirational and aspirational in terms of just being a great role model for not just women, but people who care about other people. And so I'm honored and humbled and hopefully can live up to the expectations that maybe come along with this award.
Yeah. Now this award is given to individuals who inspire and support youth throughout the community. So how do these youth inspire you?
Well, I really believe that we learn a lot more from children than we in fact teach them. I have been, involved in activity all my life, and I know that I became a person that I might not have become through activity. And I think back to my parents who were really important. Then I think back to my teachers who really helped me and shaped me and brought out things in me that I didn't know I had. And I think of my coaches in particular, who know how to hold you to a high level and standard of excellence. And so I think children, their reach is as high as the stars if we can just help them to understand some of the work ethic that it takes to get to certain places, but also that they have it and we just have to bring it out in them. So I think children are our future, and in order to make our future brighter and better, we have to invest in them.
Mm-hmm. And you've been with kids sports for a number of years now. So do you have a favorite memory that keeps you motivated to stay involved with youth?
Well, I have a ton of them, probably too many to really relate in this small period of time. I just have really enjoyed not only being involved with children, but certainly the volunteer coaches who we ask to do so much for us and the community. They are our real Pied Pipers and heroes. And I think just coaching, I've been able to coach young kids, first graders, second graders, all the way up to sixth graders, and watch them grow, watch them develop, watch them give their heart, soul, body, and mind to the world. And sometimes I'm coaching in first grade and I'll say, hey, Phoebe, you got to square up to the basket. And we're into like our 4th month of basketball practice. And she says to me, I have a question. Yes, what does that mean? So you learn so much that it's not what you say, but what they hear. And their courage to ask that question in front of everybody really inspires me to ask questions myself when I don't understand.
That's awesome. And there are also a few changes coming up with your transition to becoming managing director of Civic Park, which is super exciting. So can you tell us a little more about that role and how you're going to continue to benefit the community and the youth in it?
Yes, well, I'm very fortunate to be able to work with the Eugene Civic Alliance, which is a nonprofit that has really been instrumental in raising and building out Civic Park as we envisioned it so many years ago, about 7 years ago. And as a result, the former executive director of the Eugene Civic Alliance, Nancy Weber, poured her heart and soul into it for 7 years and retired in June. And I've been very intimately involved with the Eugene Civic Alliance and also obviously with kids sports. And so my new role is really the managing director of Civic Park. I have very much one foot firmly planted in the Kids Sports Organization and another in the Eugene Civic Alliance to help us finish off the fundraising for our Phase 1 and move into Phase 2, which would be a stadium. But just to give, some consistency to both organizations as we go into the future, which is really exciting for us.
Mm-hmm. So here is the Rosaria P. Hogland Award, and thank you again, Bev Smith, and congratulations for this award.
Thank you. It's a beautiful, beautiful tribute, and I'm honored.
We've talked about the impacts that Ophelia's Place makes on girls and how it's continued its services virtually. When it's safe to do so, Ophelia's Place will also offer in-person services at its Eugene location and satellite location in Junction City. What's really cool is that OP will continue to offer its virtual services to help reach more girls beyond the Lane and Lynn counties. And it has some big plans for the next 5 years to reach more girls. What does that mean exactly, and how can you help? Verna Wise Matthews, Executive Director of Ophelia's Place, knows. Let's find out.
That was awesome, Sophia. Thank you so much for being our MC tonight. My name is Verna Wise Matthews. I have been the Executive Director of Ophelia's Place for the last 14 years. And I can tell you that I have never been more proud of the staff at Ophelia's Place than I have in the last 18 months. We have overcome so many challenges, and we have come so far, and we are building a stronger community for girl-identified youth. As you can see tonight through all of our videos, that so much is happening in all of our programs and services at Ophelia's Place. I am here to tell you that the future of Ophelia's Place has never, ever been stronger. The board and the staff have committed to a plan and a goal that in 2025, every middle school family in the state of Oregon will know about Ophelia's Place, so they'll be able to access all of our resources and services. We have hired staff, and we have changed our organizational chart so that we are ready to meet that goal. We have focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion to make sure that it is embedded in the core values of Ophelia's Place and all of our services, so that no matter where a girl lives or what she looks like, that she feels welcome and included at Ophelia's Place. We have continued to provide virtual services so that no matter where a girl is, she can access our services. We have also, in the last 2 weeks, upgraded our website so that it makes it really easy for girls and families and people that work with youth to find out about all of the services and resources that we have at Ophelia's Place. And most excitedly, I am here to share with you that as of last month, Ophelia's Place is the new owner of a building in downtown Albany. So we will be working this fall to upgrade the facilities so that in January of 2022, we can welcome girls to the third Ophelia's Place location. To all of those that have already donated, thank you so much. To those who haven't donated, please do. We make it really easy, so you can go on our website at opheliasplace.net and donate, or you can use your phone and you can text GEMS, GEMS, that's GEMS, to 366-283 and follow the prompts on your phone. Or you're welcome to send us a check at the address at the bottom of your screen. No matter which way you decide to support us, thank you for believing in the work at Ophelia's Place, and thank you for believing in the girls and all of the opportunities and possibilities and magic that exist inside every teenage girl. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Thank you, Verna. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to hear about where Ophelia's Place is heading next. All middle school families in Oregon, reaching more girls statewide, in-person programming and virtual services, Albany opening up in January. There's so much to come. I can't wait to see it all come to fruition. If you'd like to help Ophelia's Place empower more girls across the state, remember to check out the website at opheliasplace.net/donate or text to give. I'm personally going to check out all of our fall activities after we wrap up tonight. Thank you again to all of the incredible sponsors and all of you, the incredible donors, who help girls feel empowered and supported. Welcome to my space.